Okay, well, I stayed in the Deer Park shelter, tented there last night. About 5 women and 2 other guys stayed there, so it's kind of full. Only one guy slept in the shelter, everybody else was in tents. One guy was in a hammock. But, good group of people. They made a campfire. I think we stayed up till 9. That might have helped because I slept till, I woke up when there's some sound, but mostly I slept till 6 o'clock. Like last night I woke up at 1 or 2 and kind of was restless, but I slept most of the night, probably because I did 20 miles yesterday, so I might have been tired. So about 30 miles to go to Hot Springs this morning, get some breakfast there, and resupply a little bit. And I think I only snafu this morning was I think I lost or misplaced my orange pocket knife. It was in my pocket, so I think it fell out while I was sitting around the campfire or something, or it might have gone into a bag somewhere. I forgot, but probably lost it. We'll see. We'll look for it later. Maybe I'll get a surprise. But looking forward to breakfast right now. Last time I was here, they had a really good cherry cobbler that I had with lunch. Maybe I'll have that again. That'd be nice. I love it. So this is Hot Springs. Got rerouted just a little bit around the bridge. Had some nice stairs on the other side. You walk down to get here. Just after Hot Springs, across the river. The water's low. Okay. Lunch break. About 10.5 for the day. Had lunch at that pond, so I got 9.5 left. Should be staying at a campsite just past the Cookie Lady, which is a trail angel in the trail that I guess makes cookies. And last time, I think like today, I'm gonna get there late in the day, so there won't be any cookies for this guy. Nice road crossing here. 3 fields. Can't pass up taking a video of that. That was one of my favorite spots from last year. Is it Canyard Gap? So this is the road. I guess the highway is leaving Hot Springs. Just a little overpass here. Get back on trail. Oh, we just got water here. So this took about 4 minutes to fill a liter bottle. Did that twice, and then I drank everything I had in my bottles before that. So I should be okay for a while. It's getting foot cramps. I sat there so long. This is a nice gradual hill, but it's long and I can feel it. I'm at mile like 17 or so and feel tired, but I think I've got like four miles till I get to my target campsite, which is a wild camp I stayed in last year. Fairly flat, just past the Cookie Lady road. It's like 4:30 right now, so it's been getting dark around 6:30, or maybe after 7, but I should be able to make that easy. And I got a ton of water, so it's been a dry day. So that one stream I got water, I carried 2.5 liters out of there, so that 2 pounds per liter, and you can feel that. So, but it's better to have it than not have it. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. It's 7:05. Here's where I stayed. This is the same place I camped at couple years ago, well, 1 year ago. So wild camp just past the Cookie Lady. Today is Thursday, and should be going to Devil's Fork Gap today to go see those wild dogs. It's about where I'm supposed to camp at, so it should be seeing them about mile 20, about when I'm wanting to finish. So I'm not sure if I should cross the road. I guess they've been following people across the trail going south. I'm on the top of 4,400 feet. Just did most of the climbing for this morning. And 4.3 miles. It was like just 2,200 feet. But should be going along Fire Scald Ridge for a while, up and down, or that. That's where I gave myself my trail name last year when I fell off the trail on the technical section up there. So filmed the aftermath of that, one of my other videos. Mile 300. But try to watch your footing. Just go around. There's a bypass on it, but I think I'll have to prove to myself that I can walk over it without falling off the hill. Do it again. Just came up on top of Fire Scald Ball, or Fire Scald Ridge, or whatever it's called. One of the few places I've seen so far that had a view. Apparently that's Mount Pisgah. It's like the pointy one right there. I'll have to look that up on a map later. Passes fire towers. You can see those pretty far away. About an hour ago, I was hiking with some guys. Just met on the trail, and one of the guys had heard of me before. So he'd met a guy, or he knows a guy from Atlanta who met me on the trail in October, and says, "Oh, you're a roadie? I heard about you." So that was funny. Small world. I should probably watch where I'm standing. Let's see. Right now it's a pretty safe spot. So the trail goes through here. You gotta turn, or else you go straight. There's a paint stripe. You would never think you had to go this way, but there's a paint stripe over there. Across this gully, which you probably would have been better if you could have gone around the rock, but this is where you go. Climb down that. I'll put this down. I think this is where I fell last year, right? Went that way. Off that rock, I think, right in there. So, not sure why I wouldn't have walked right across the top. But somehow I stepped over there because it looked flat. That was stupid. Went right down in there. Just right where the trails, the bad weather bypass meets, there's a couple of turkeys just running across the trail. I'll never catch that on camera because it takes too long to turn it on. Mile 16 and a half for the day. Just past the Flint Mountain Shelter. I've only seen one southbound hiker today. Not sure if he was through hiking or not. Didn't get to talk to him. And the two gentlemen I met earlier, they're hiking north. I think they're gonna get off the trail where I'm going today, which is the Devil's Fork. So should 16.5, should have what, 2.5 or so, 2 miles till Devil's Fork Gap. And I want to go a few miles past that to get to the camp. I figure if my theory is these dogs will be tired in the afternoon, so maybe I'll take a shot and try to get past them in the afternoon rather than camping. I was going to camp on this side tonight, then I would have gone across probably early morning or in the dark, and it would have been full of energy then. So I did see a guy tenting this morning after about a mile after I left camp, after it was daylight. He was breaking camp. His trail name was Doc. He's a through hiker going south. He didn't see him, the dogs, so I think it's kind of hit or miss. If you see them, try not to worry. Their tails are wagging. That's a good sign. We'll see. Maybe they just bark to say hi. As long as their tails are wagging, it's a good sign. But we'll see if they're like that. Feel pretty good. My feet and everything's fine. Of course, it's just a 5-day hike, but I'm doing 20-mile days, so a little bit high, but so far no problem. I took some Advil last night just in case I got swelling or anything. But so far so good. Made it to Devil's Fork Gap. It's about 4:30. I still got like 2 hours of daylight. Should get to camp by 6 though. So I'm pretty sure I'll get to that one place I want to stay with plenty of time to. Last night I set up the tent in the dark. Talked to the cookie lady for a long time. Threw the bear bag in the daytime, but ended up having to rethrow it because it was too close to a tree trunk. So I did that in the dark, which worked out pretty good. But generally hiking and setting up camp in the dark is no big deal. It gets cooler, that's for sure. Hiker turnstile. So I get up the hill. I'm past the last watering stop. I've probably climbed 1,200 feet. Just past that deer. Got to a camping spot I was at a year ago. So right at 20 miles. I'll just stay here tonight. That'd be great. So I'm just sitting here about to make camp. And these dogs come. They were higher up the hill. There's only 2 of them, I think. But they are wagging their tail. When I started hiking towards them, they started barking and they just took off. And the trail made a turn, right turn to go north, and they just kept going straight around the hillside. I'm kind of thinking that maybe they'll stay. I don't know. Maybe I'm hoping that they'll just stay in that area, because they were kind of laying on the trail, just kind of chilling out after they got tired of barking at me at first. And then as soon as I got packed up and ready to go, they started barking again, and then I started walking and they just took off. I was going to give them a Big Newton if they got close. Maybe that'd calm them down a little bit. Or it'd make them follow me forever. But it might calm them down. But right now I'm not hearing any barking. Poor dogs are just abandoned, I guess. Otherwise they wouldn't be up here. They don't look like, they could be hunting dogs. They're not like those lean, muscular hunting dogs that I saw in Virginia last year. These are almost like house dogs, but I mean, a lot of dogs are hunting dogs naturally anyway, so they're white with kind of black muzzles. Both of them, I think. Really loud voice. He was barking at me once when I first got there, and I just said, "Hey buddy, calm down," and he stopped barking. So I imagine they're just really hungry and lost. I don't know why they don't hang out near a road where people are, but we'll see. I guess I'll post an update on Far Out about what they are, where they are, and how many. So the girl said Flamingo said she was surrounded by them. Maybe there's more than 2 out here. I have no idea. And it's just like those hunting dogs last year. They disappeared for a while, and then they showed up again. They were very calm. I wouldn't say they're friendly because they're hunting dogs. They didn't have attitudes or anything. They just were happy to follow me. I figured they'd if they were with a human hiking, they thought the hunt was over. So it was time to go home, back to the truck, get some food. So they, like I say, darted off a couple times when they got a scent, but they just came back to the trail and followed me back, and that's when I got on the radio, and oh, they had a radio collar, so I called the owner, and his son-in-law was hunting with him, and he met me at a trailhead, and that's how I got rid of the dogs, and that's on another video. So, but anyway, as far as these dogs go, my point was these dogs could show up again, so I'm gonna do at least 3 miles, which means it'll be dark. There's a road crossing up ahead that has some tent sites apparently near it, so I'll shoot for that. Updates to follow. Let's see.